PSA Reloaded, man. It's your boy 3-Letter Man. Subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Y'all see where to follow your boy at. Hit the like button also. I appreciate that. Y'all see the title of this one, man. Let's talk about it. It's so much to unpack in one blog. So y'all gotta walk with me right quick in my chic Luch voice on this one, man. Pardon self. I'm letting y'all know off rip. Let's get into Joe Budden and NBA Youngboy. Obviously, we know Joe Budden went on his soapbox, on his platform, Podcast Joe, and flew some shots and strays directed to NBA Youngboy. YB said he was trash, garbage. Then that opens the floodgates for social media wars between the old school and new school. Old school, new school, he learned though. Burn like whatever. Shout out RB Biggie Small, right? That sparks up a conversation. Obviously now, NBA Youngboy, YB goes on his rant and shoots at Joe Budden and everything like that. And then we're wondering, where's Joe Budden going to go from here? We've seen him go at Logic. We've seen him go other rappers and stuff like that. So you got to imagine, we're waiting in anticipation to see where Joe is going to take this. Was I surprised? A tad bit. Was I not surprised? A tad bit. Two things can be true, people. Joe, you said on yourself back in 2011, sir, in the BET Cypher. Don't blame y'all for being trash fans and copping it. The radio's the crime scene. The masses are the hostages. You made a song called Who Killed Hip Hop? How do we feel about Joe Budden apologizing to YB? There's two ways you can look at this way. You can look at it, okay, Joe is showing the mature side of him. Did he jump out the window, so to speak? Where did that come from? Where did that energy come from? Joe and them spoke about, it was the end of the podcast. And see, Joe, what you got to understand is this, and I think you understand, it's not breaking news. Where you are right now in your career is you're more known for your podcast life more than your music career. Right? We all know that already. So when you say something, it does come, your delivery, the bravado behind it, you know, it does stay. There's a lot of people who have that, right? Joe is one of them. Was he mature? Did Joe look at, did he get phone calls over the weekend of people asking, you know, what's going on and things of that nature? Was he getting phone calls bombarded from the hip-hop culture saying, Joe, you know, because let's be real, Ice, who shout out to Ice, my man, shout out to my guy, Official Ice and everything like that. I had a dope interview, Ice, on my channel, with speaking about the podcast, about Drake and everything like that. Y'all can check it on it, PSA Reloaded. Official Ice, dope conversation, man. Gotta plug that. A couple of months ago. You know he caters to that particular side. Like Ice likes the new wave of music, right? If you know Ice when it comes to Ice. Before Ice got on the podcast, you just know what kind of, if you follow him, you know what kind of music he rocks too heavy, right? It's another way you can look at it because Common sense, yes, Common. He said one time also, yo, some of that shit, y'all pop to it. I ain't relating. If I don't like it, I don't like it. That don't mean that I'm hating. And that's the thing. See, I'm from an era when you can say somebody's trash and does not come from a hating place. And people, all right, I like Jay-Z. Somebody who doesn't like Jay-Z, I'm not going to think they're hating on Jay-Z because they don't like Jay-Z. They just don't like Jay-Z. But if I don't like an artist that they don't, Nas, if I don't like King's Disease Project, right? I hate Nas, I hate Hit Boy. No, I just don't like it. That doesn't mean that I'm hating. Now, Joe, just because you apologize, well, all of a sudden your stance changes. All of a sudden, you don't hate his music no more. You don't think he's trash anymore. Come on, fam. You still feel that way. Ain't nothing changing on there. That you don't feel that his music is ass and trash, hot dog water music? You know, personally, I wouldn't have said that from the jump. I'd say it ain't for me. It is not for me, right? When Trinidad James popped on the scene, I ain't rocking with Trinidad James and all that. That wasn't my cup of tea. You know what I mean? So Joe's saying he wants to be held accountable for his actions and stuff like that, man. And NBA Youngboy's response, riding on the horse, saying, "Hey, Joe, man, that was our plan the whole time, though. They ain't even know, man. I love you, Joe, bud." Like, I'm like, wait, huh? Like, what? Rakim had a line that said, "Thinking of a master plan. Is this a master plan for some YB and Joe Budden interview? Do I really see that? Not really. I don't care. To be honest, I don't care." Right? That's my take on that. Now, let's get into this Melyssa Ford, Cameron, Mase, the Joe Budden podcast versus Cam and Mase and everything like that, because there's some things to unpack here, man. Now, obviously we know about Melyssa Ford. Melyssa Ford, I got to give you the Archie Bunker Award off rip, though, sister. I got to give you that respectfully, queen. And I say that with the utmost respect, right? But when you go on the podcast and you say what you said, you was out of pocket, sister. You was definitely out of pocket. You were out of pocket. When you put smut and allegations and that kind of conversation with there's certain things you can't attach to a man's name. That's just downright nasty work. Raping, child abuse, you can't put that on a man's jacket if you don't know that for sure. And for you to jump out the window and do that, that was disgusting. And some people, we can't tell, I can't tell Cam and Mase how to react to that. I can't tell them how to feel with that. Because when somebody puts that on you, dog, that's nasty, bro. Then you got people in your mentions and looking at you a certain way and sponsors, you're conducting a business. And you don't, that ain't, in your heart, that's not true. So why would you even put that together? Why did you put those words together? Joe, I'm going to get you in a minute, because you play a big part also, sir. You know what I mean? So, Melyssa Ford, you got to understand, when you do that, sister, that's just Archie Bunker Award. That's just, what are you doing, Melyssa Ford? What are you doing? I'm not going to call you out your name, the B word. I don't do all that. I ain't here for all that. You was out of pocket, you was out of line, and you was dead wrong. Biggie had a song with Eminem called Dead Wrong. You dead wrong. Yes, you was dead wrong. Dead wrong. You played yourself. You know, that's a flagrant foul. Now, the first time when Cam and Mase responded to Melyssa Ford, they went light. They went extra light. You know what I mean? They did not attack. I mean, what is it? Cam and Mase have matured a bit, because we know reckless. Cam can be petty. Let's be real. Cam and 50 Cent are some of the most pettiest rappers in hip-hop history. Cam can be petty. Let's be dogs. We know that already. I always say this about Cameron. Cameron's beef with Nas, Jay, and 50. And you can make the argument that he didn't lose any of those battles. On wax, I'm talking about. Like, he got at Nas, he got at Jay, you gotta love it with Max B, he got at Hove. Real talk. You know? And then the Curtis joint, even though 50 had funeral music, but I like Curtis more, whatever. And then the phone call back and forth between Cam and, I say that to say this, that Cam, for the most part, he don't back down from nobody, dog. He's going to take his shots. You know, when Nas dissed him on the radio, he got at Nas. You know, got at Jay. You know, so we know how Cam gives it up. But obviously, they've lightened it up. Now, once Cam and them make that comment, now we want to hear what the Joe Budden podcast has to say about this. Now, Ice from the Joe Budden podcast, you know, he basically asked him, Melyssa, you know, is there anything you want to say? Be held accountable for the comments that you made prior. You know? Now, Here's the thing. I would think before a podcast when it's Joe, Melyssa, Queens Flip, Ish, and Ice and Parks, you kind of have you kind of know where you want to navigate and have conversations. What conversations you want to have. Yeah, you want to freestyle certain things, but you kind of know where you want to go. So here's my thing. Did Joe end up have a conversation with Melyssa Ford about this? Because before Joe played the clip for Melyssa to hear from Cam and them, I would think that they would have done that before the show. Did she feel blindsided? Now here's the other side I got to look at. I'm a fair person. Let me say this again. Melyssa Ford was dead wrong. I want y'all to hear that part, okay? I'm just looking at now of her team and the people she's with. Not saying she should be held accountable, right? But there's some things I have to look at, right? Did she feel blindsided by the fellas asking her, does she want to apologize? Even though I feel that, Melyssa, you should have known that off rip, that when you walk in that building, there has to be some type of apology, that which obviously she did not know what was going on, which I'm kind of surprised she did not know what was going on. Joe, Ice, Ish, Queens Flip, none of y'all told her that, yo, Cam, none of y'all sent her that joint, let her know what's going on, though. You know, that's what I'm saying. It looks kind of funny style. I got to be honest, Joe, it looks kind of funny style. Because if that's me, all right. First of all, let's be honest. For a woman to be on a podcast with a bunch of dudes, dog, that's woo. The only female on a panel with a bunch of men? That's like a man being on a panel with a bunch of women. That's a slippery slope. Certain things you got to tread light in conversation. You got to have, you got to roll your roller coasters in my De La Soul voice. Right? And then, Joe, I got to give you a couple Archie Bunker awards, Joe. Here's one. Off rip, Joe. Dog, y'all do a show that's pre-recorded. You mean to tell me between you, the DJ man, whoever the sound boy burial, like Smith & Wesson said, sound boy, whoever puts the pieces together, y'all ain't backtracking? I don't understand it, because it sounds like Joe asked Melyssa Ford, did she want to keep that part in there, right? I'm kind of confused. That's what Joe said in the Twitter space last night when he responded to Cam's thing, and I'll get to that in a minute. Here's my thing. Even if she wanted to do that, Joe, you got to take that out. This is the Joe Budden podcast, the Joe Budden Network. You got to know what you're doing, sir. You got to protect sometimes your people that's with you, regardless of they want it out there. You got to protect them. You got to make the executive decision that I can't put this out because I know what's going to come with this. Nobody heard this. You know how many, yo, dog, let me give you a quick story. You know how many times in battle rap, back in the day especially, I'm not going to put the battle rappers out there. Dog, I had 2 battle rappers that came on my show, right? They were going to battle somebody, right? I'm not going to say their names. Out of respect, y'all. I'm not going to do that. And this is the time when I was doing a lot of audio, not visual audio. And they came on my show, and they ripped. And when I say they ripped their opponent, like ripped them to shreds, opened up a lot of Pandora's box about this individual, like something new about this individual, and it was wilding, right? Fam, I called the battle rappers, 2 of them. One of them, I said, yo, dog, I just want to send this to you. Before I put this out, you sure want me to put this out? Because it was so graphic and so wild what he was saying that, yo, dog, I had to ask him, you comfortable putting this out? That person called me and said, yo, Thread, you a real dude for not putting this out. For asking me, should I put this out first? Because cooler heads prevailed. They were kind of hot-headed at the time. And me and that person maintained a good relationship, you know, because of that. You know, I'm not going to say that person's name is cool, right? But, Joe, y'all got to y'all put this out there. Y'all put this out there. Y'all should have, Parks or somebody should look at the time. Okay, what's time stamp? This is what he said right now. Oh, whoa. Whoa. Then, Joe, another Archie Bunker award. You asking Cam and them to go hard? At least you wish they went hard at her? Come on, fam. That's like, you can't even joke like that, bro. Regardless if she's contrite, regardless if she did not feel she should apologize. Melyssa Ford, I think you're bugging that Ice had to break it down to you why he felt you should want to apologize. That was kind of wild, right? But then she get finessed and apologizing and doing something she didn't want to do. I got to look at that also. I got to look at both ways. Did Melyssa get punked to conforming to what the brothers wanted her to do on the pod? Because when Ice asked her that, it feel like it threw Melyssa off. Well, apologize for what? What? Apologize for what? Come on, Miss Ford. And then Melyssa said, apparently you have to apologize. You know, I said, like, apologize to Cannon Beast. Melyssa said, oh, why? Oh, why? Like, wow. Oh, why? Listen, that's what I'm saying. You're wilding. Is this the Onyx had a song called Last Days. Is this the last days of Melyssa on the pod? I'm just asking. I don't know. I'm just saying. Is it too much? Is it too much? Does she want to be there? Does she feel violated? Does she feel secure? Does she feel safe with the brothers around her that surround her? You know what I mean? And Joe's my guy. I rock with Joe heavy. I DM Joe all the time. Joe, come on my show. Get me lit, my dude. Get me lit. Me and Joe, I joke around him all the time about issues like that. You know, shout out to Joe, but I'm just saying, that's across the board, man. Across the board. And then Joe, you hitting the Joe Budden, you know, the sound in Joe Budden Park. What's the little soundboard you have? Like, while Cam is talking. That don't look good, bruh. That doesn't look good, because I don't think you sideways like a fan. Why you putting a soundboard on Cam getting at me and you thought Joe Budden podcast like this? JBB, like, huh? What's up with all that? What's up with all that, dog? Like, whoa. I understand I did wrong, but you gotta, you reprimand me in front of like that. I'm apologizing. Well, you know, you might think it's not the track, right? So, wow, man. But y'all should have deleted that out to protect Melyssa and the backlash that come with it. And you could tell she was low-key hurt. You could tell she even though she deserved it. Even though she deserved what's coming her way. But you could tell she's low-key hurt. More in the sense of her, all right, I was wrong. And sometimes somebody could be wrong. Here's the thing, man. Some of us act like we never did anything wrong or said some things that we should not have said. I'm not to that extreme. I understand that. But I ain't perfect. Respectfully, I ain't going to open on the soapbox. Oh, I'm perfect. I do everything that's right. No, I don't do everything that's right. And I've not done a lot of wrong. I've said things that I wish I could take back. And that's just, nobody's perfect. Not to that extreme, am I? I would not put that on nobody's jacket. You know? And let's be honest, man, about this also. Cam and Joe Budden don't really rock like that. Yes, let's not act like Cam and Joe Budden are bosom buddies. They rock like that. I ain't saying they don't rock. There's beef, something like that. They don't beef. I don't really feel through the years watching them at afar or when their names are being spoken, they really rock heavy like that. Especially Cam's side more than Joe. Cam is a little, you know, Cam takes subtle shots. You got to read between the lines in my Math Hopper's voice when he says certain things. You know, he takes shots. Then I saw Cameron's response to Melyssa for an apology. And he felt that she was not contrite. She was not sincere. You know. Cam was grabbing that water more than me when he was talking about Melyssa Ford and everything like that, man. You know, and Cam's talking about, you know, should he asking the people, should he sue for defamation of character? Cam, come on, I got to get Archie Bunker. I'm sorry. We're not doing that, Cam. Come on, fam. You done been through, Cam. To sue, bruh. To sue. Then that's a bit extreme. Even if y'all, some of y'all, I don't blame him. Nah, fam. No. We're not doing that. Yes, she was dead wrong. But I'm not going to, fam. So, man, I can only speak for me, respectfully. I'm not, you know, maybe I'm bugging, you know. And then Cam, you also can't be throwing Ice-T under the bus. If you're saying Ice-T smashed Melyssa Ford, you get, man, allegedly, you can't put that out. They throw Ice-T under the bus. Like, y'all be doing, yo, y'all can't be, I don't know, man. Cam, I rock with Cam heavy. Only thing with Cam's ever done that I did not like is when he threw Jim Jones under the bus on Instagram Live years ago. I didn't like that. But besides that, Cam is, y'all know I rock with Cam heavy. I rock with Cam heavy. You know what I mean? Real talk. So, you know. And then I seen Cam take shots at Queen's Flip and everything like that. He blocked Queen's Flip and stuff like that he talk about. And I saw Queen's Flip respond. So you can tell Queen's Flip was a little hurt. Even though Queen's Flip was trying to laugh through it, though. You can tell he rock with Cam. Who don't rock with Cam? But we all rock with Cam. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know. I'm a Children of the Corn guy. I rock with Cam heavy. I come from that era. R.I.P. Bloodshed. I come from that era. You know what I'm saying? Like, R.I.P. Hut 6. I watch Cam. I know. You know what I'm saying? I rock with Cam. Heavy. Come on. I always say Cam to yo, dog. Let me be honest with y'all. When they come to Harlem rappers, I got Cam as the best Harlem rapper ever come out of Harlem. Respectfully. Big L might have been the nicest dude and Mase, whatever. I've always been a Cam fan. I've always had Cam as the nicest, the best, the hottest rapper to come out of Harlem has been Cam on him. He had a movement, dog. He had a movement. Had New York rocking pick, like he said in his bars. And he was dead nice. Even though I think Sports, Drugs, Entertainment was his best project. That's just me, though. I like Sports, Drugs, Entertainment. You know? So, I don't know. You know, it's kind of wild. That's what Joe Budden in the Twitter Spaces, I guess, responding to Cam and saying, you sensitive dudes and all that. He said, all right, Joe Budden, you know, Cam. See, Cam be, there's people out there be living for stuff like that, the back and forth. You got to be careful with people out there that love the back and forth and just want to have a back and forth of you for their entertainment. Right. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to be careful of that. You know what I mean? So now we're going to see what Joe and them is going to say on the pod. Are they going to, they apologize to YB. Mel had apologized to Cam and Mase. You know, and Cameron, you know, and is Cameron really, is his energy really towards Joe Budden, but he's taking out on Melyssa? Not taking out, when I say taking out, Melyssa Ford did say that. But does he really want to have choice words with Joe Budden? It's easy for now because he might not really rock with Joe, and Melyssa said this, and then Queen Flip is over there. So it's easy for, you know what I'm saying? You see how I come around, though? I don't know, man. Leave comments at the bottom, man. Tell me what y'all think, man. It's your boy 3. 1.